Hello and welcome to all you Aquarians. This is your monthly horoscope for May of 2021. And as this is quite an eventful month in general, with a lot of shifts going on, eclipses and Mercury retrogrades and Jupiter in a different sign and whatnot, this is for the Aquarians itself, not that big of a deal this month because all these shifts are not happening in key areas of your life. So, and actually, even a bit stronger, these eclipses that are for especially now the mutable signs very important and sometimes a bit tough, they are for you quite positive because it's happening in a fellow air sign. It's happening also in the sign of Gemini, and that goes well with your energy, and also in the sign of fire sign of Sagittarius, and that goes also well with your sign. So all in all, a month that is quite smoothly. And some houses that are activated for you are pretty fun houses. So it's a rather enjoyable month. Again, general horoscopes. Now, what is going on for Aquarius? Now, first of all, there is the lunar eclipse on the 26th of the month. It's not bang on that day that you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it already before it. Even if you are watching this video in April, you already start feeling this energy. And a total eclipse, a total lunar one, is when the moon will be opposing the sun. So a full moon, with the moon in Sagittarius at 5 degrees with the south node, and opposing the sun at 5 degrees in Gemini with the north node. There's a hair just doing this here. Sorry for that. Anyways, now why is this so lovely for you? Because this north node and the sun are in your 5th house. So the north node shows like, this is where you need to go. This is where you need to focus on. And the 5th house is the most enjoyable house. It's the heart chakra house. It's the house of fun. It's the house of love, romance, children, new projects, hobbies, and whatnot. So the universe is really pointing towards, and this because it's a full moon, it means like realizations, things becoming very clear to you, that go for that. Go for that self-expression. Go for a bit of selfishness. Go away from the 11th house, which is the south node and the moon there. So going away doesn't mean to say you have to just finish it up. It means detach yourself a little bit from it. The 11th house is your friends. It's like-minded people. And it's also goals. So goals that are no longer soothing you, friends that are no longer soothing you. It's gonna become very obvious. Don't fight it. It's a natural thing. I know that it's a bit of a taboo, when friends you don't get along anymore. We change, and as we change, our friendships change as well. So it's time now to focus a little bit more on you, on your own unique self, which is the Leo energy of the 5th house. That's what the universe is trying to say. So an event could make that happen, around the 26th, that something becomes clear with a friend or with a group of or an association that you belong to. Something is becoming very clear, so that you focus yourself more on you and on your goals and your needs and your fun, so to speak. So this is quite an interesting energy, but it's even more accentuated because Venus and Mercury are also for the whole month in your 5th house. And this is nice. I mean, Venus and Mercury, two nice, lovely planets that are going to be in your 5th house of self-expression. Wow. If you are single, this could be a new romance. For sure. With the North Node there, it could be, and all in Gemini, it could be a very witty, fun person to be around. There's definitely someone there that is touching your heart. Maybe your child is just going through a new phase and you are so enjoying that as well. Or maybe indeed you're attracting a new love interest into your life, and so that you kind of understand what it's all about, that to have this playfulness, this playful heart, playfulness and an enjoyable energy and fresh and new energy there. um, and it's probably someone that you're going to attract who's very smart, who's very wicked, who's very playful, enjoyable, good conversations, being able to talk about everything, and also about love, because it's Venus there as well with Mercury. Now this Mercury is going to stay there for a long time. Normally it stays in a part of your life like 3 weeks. It transits the area of life, but now it's going to be there almost 2 months. So the Mercury at the end of the month, around the 29th, 30th, it's going backwards in your fifth house. So again, this is another indicator of romance. This is another indicator of getting to know someone a bit better, and on a different way, in a different way, in reassessing, for good or for worse. But I don't see it quite negative, because it's in its own sign, this Mercury, which is a good sign. And also it's with Venus. So the only thing to watch out for is to stay with the feet on the ground when it comes to your expenses, because this Venus Mercury at the end of the month, it squares up to Neptune in your second house of money. So be aware of not over expending too much, or that when you fall in love, for instance, to put someone too much on a pedestal, so that you lose your self-respect. So this is the only warning, but I think if you know that, you can't really go wrong. What an energy here. What a good, lovely, airy, nice energy for the Aquarians. And this is definitely going to be also a very social month. Of course, I know it's a bit of a weird time there, but there is opportunity to have more fun and to do things that you want to do. Now, so this eclipse that I was talking about, this moon, on the 26th of the month, this moon and the south node in your 11th house, this eclipse it's a very positive one. It belongs to the Saurus family, 5 North, and that has to do with knowing, a deep knowing, and acting accordingly already in advance, because you already know things in advance. So it could be really that you feel on a deep level, it's not coming out of the blue, but you really know that you have to let go of certain group activities or friends, or also goals that are no longer, maybe you had a certain goal in your head, and you're trying, and now you're saying, I have to stop this. So this could be really like an insight that is coming up for you. And Mars is also at the end of the month trining Neptune. Mars will be in your, it will be a very active month for the Aquarians. Mars is in your 6th house of your day-to-day work, your health, your routines that you're doing. And Mars is there the whole month. And at the end of the month, it trines Neptune. So there is like this you could say this good flow for work ethics as well, and it goes with the flow, or maybe some exercises that you've been starting and now you feel that it's going a bit more fluent than in the beginning. So anything that has to do with work and with a job, you could be very emotional and driven because of that, and even a bit more moody than normal. But there's definitely towards the end of the month this easygoing energy with Mars trining Neptune and being a bit more in the flow. It's a good time to start doing exercises as well, even at the end of April already. Doing exercises and to improve your health, or yes, and definitely because you're emotionally driven, also for improving your health. So things that drive you emotionally, try to do it as good as you can in the most positive way. Yeah, so that's the most important that is happening. Of course, I can't forget Jupiter in Pisces. Every year Jupiter shifts in a new sign, and now on the 14th of May it's gonna shift into Pisces, and that is for you the second house. And it's gonna stay there not for the whole year. So Jupiter in Pisces is gonna tiptoe the first couple of degrees, 0, 1, 2 degree of Pisces. And for May, June, July, and then it goes back into Aquarius in your sign. So three months, so to speak, where you can improve, expand, be positive when it comes to your resources, your money, your self-worth. So, and don't panic that this planet is not going to stay there for the rest of the year, because then in January it comes back to the sign, it goes back into the sign of Pisces. Actually, already, I think the end of December, the very end of December. So Jupiter in the second house is nice for anything that has to do with money, with earning more money. So you could be because of you hustle for the money, you go for a new job, or you go for a job that you already have, but doing it in a more, with more vigor, more energy. We got Mars in the 6th house. You can get more money, and you can expand your resources, especially yes, especially around the 14th and upward and ongoing of the month. And this Jupiter is not only money, it's also your worth. So you being more positive, feeling more confident, and exuding that. So although it's not the biggest area of your life, it gives you a boost of understanding who you are and exploring your talents a little bit more, and showing who you are and knowing your worth. And therefore you attract more positivity and abundance in your life, because Jupiter is in its own sign. So this can mean big money as well. Of course, this is general horoscopes, but it can mean an expansion, so a promotion. It could mean you going up a level for sure when Jupiter touches your 2nd house. You know, that's once every 12 years. This is very, very good energy in its own sign. So a bit of everything here for you Aquarians. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good month. Have a good month. Bye-bye.